So it's been quite a crazy few days for Palantir, I must say. What's been going on at the company and what the stock has been doing seem to be two very, very separate things, as they can quite often be. But we've had two new partnerships that are very exciting that I'm going to break down for you in just a minute. On top of that, we've also had a downgrade. An analyst has come out, downgraded Palantir. Again, I'll tell you about this in just a second. And that has caused the stock to plummet. So let's discuss these. Palantir seem to live by the motto of go hard or go home, because I swear that every single time they announce a partnership or a partnership is announced, there seems to be another one that comes straight in on the very same day. And it happened again. We heard that Palantir is partnering with the Advanced Research Projects Agency for Health, so ARPAH. But let me just tell you about this. This is a new partnership. This isn't a company that Palantir have worked with, or an agency, I should say, that Palantir have worked with before. So that's really exciting. A new relationship is building. It is worth $19 million. So not the biggest, but still a very nice amount of money. And we don't always get to hear about the revenue from these contracts. So I love it when we do. And it is over a 2-year time period. Palantir will be providing them with both Foundry and AIP software to enhance their operations, focusing on data strategy, program planning, financial management, and performance tracking as well. The whole point, they said, is to support the agency's mission to accelerate better health outcomes. So why do we care? As Palantir shareholders, why should we care about this one? Why should we care about any of these contracts? Well, of course, as always, more contracts equal more money flowing into Palantir equals more growth, equals more credibility builds. Obviously, it's exciting to hear about, existing contracts getting renewed or expanded, but it is very, very exciting to hear about new contracts, because this means that they have been able to get another business on board, another agency that is excited, that wants to pay them to work with them. That is a good thing. Now, this is another example of Palantir expanding even further into the healthcare sector. We know that Palantir are already seeing a lot of success, a lot of promise in the healthcare sector. I would say it probably is their number one sector at this point. But the important thing with this partnership is that it's actually sitting on Palantir's government side. So it is helping with growing their government business segment, which obviously has got a little bit of criticism because, the growth can be a little bit slower than we've seen with the commercial side, but it kind of flip-flops and people are never truly happy. They just criticize whichever one is the lesser one. But anyway, this is good. This is very, very exciting to see. But it didn't stop there. We were then hit with a second partnership. And this one, to me, was very exciting, probably because of the sector that it is in. So this new partnership is with Starlab Space. I actually didn't know about Starlab Space before this, but they are actually a joint venture between Mitsubishi, Voyager Space and Airbus. And they are actually designing, building and will operate the Starlab commercial space station. This is really exciting, this partnership, because within the announcement, it says this: Palantir will become the exclusive supplier of enterprise-wide software data management solutions for the Starlab commercial space station. The exclusive supplier, the only supplier. So they're not working with anyone else on this. Palantir single-handedly will be the supplier for software for this space station. And they will be providing AI-driven software to optimize space architecture, resource allocation, mission planning, and system performance. And this will include using digital twins and predictive modeling to enhance operations, predict maintenance needs, and streamline onboard research by modeling the microgravity environment. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any details on the timeline of this or the revenue involved, which would have been nice to see, but it's not always, it's not always announced with the partnership. But this is really cool because this is yet another sector. Now, we've had healthcare, we hear about healthcare a lot, but this one is a space one. So, that took my interest a little bit. Now, Palantir, this isn't Palantir's first contract with outer space, if you will, with a space industry company. They have actually been working with the US Space Force for a couple of years now. Of course, I think that's on the government side of Palantir rather than the commercial side. But I do find this exciting because obviously Palantir are very agnostic. They can work with many industries. And I do enjoy it when we hear about a partnership from a particular industry, a particular sector that I haven't heard about in a while. So obviously, these two new partnerships are very bullish. But on Friday, we saw Palantir stock drop about 7 or so percent. That wasn't due to the 2 new partnerships. That was due to an analyst downgrade. So an analyst called Brian White from Monex actually downgraded Palantir to a sell rating with a $20 price target. So let's just take a look at what this analyst actually had to say. A nuclear winter engulfs the software complex. This has proven to be one of the more precarious earnings seasons for enterprise software, and we believe these challenges may have more room to run. I'm not really sure what nuclear winter we are seeing with this, but let's just continue. Despite preeminent SaaS vendors like Salesforce and Workday issuing disappointing outlooks resulting in sharp sell-offs in the stock, not even MongoDB's guidance savvy could save the company, forcing them to reduce their financial year 2025 guidance. Obviously, there are, some crossovers in terms of the industries of Palantir and these companies that were named are operating within, but I don't really know how Salesforce and Workday issuing disappointing outlooks will mean that Palantir is going to do poorly. I don't get that. Obviously, there can be sector issues that can cause many stocks within a sector to do poorly because of other things happening, macroeconomics. But just saying that 1 company, 2 companies are issuing disappointing outlooks means that Palantir are going to do poorly. I don't think that's the case, but let's carry on. More evidence of the challenges for enterprise software has been seen with Oracle's May quarter earning results, where Q4 2024 revenue missed expectations and the Q1 2025 outlook proved uninspiring. Again, it doesn't mean that the same thing is going to happen for Palantir. We do know that this earnings season has been all about outlook and guidance. If a company has come out and not given the most bullish outlook, the stock has dropped in the short term, but that's all it is. Short-term volatility. Despite Oracle's lackluster results, the stock surged the following day. Okay, fine, that's great. Aside from a perilous macro environment and shifting spending priorities, the Gen AI nirvana propagated by the enterprise software industry has proven to be a revenue illusion this year. The analyst also had this to say. During a period of software industry carnage, the momentum shown by Palantir stock PLTR so far this year, on top of a strong ascent last year, gives rise to a gluttonous valuation. So do let me know what you think about that analyst's downgrade in the comments below. I don't agree with it. I don't think there's anything of truth in that downgrade. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I just see words on a page that don't really tally up to what the company has actually been doing and are doing. But I think this analyst is meant to have a pretty decent track record when it comes to analysing other stocks, but not when it comes to analysing Palantir. I believe he's had a negative sentiment the whole year so far on Palantir, and he actually downgraded Palantir in the summer of 2021, July 2021, and he hasn't given it a buy rating since. But, over select time periods, Palantir stock has been doing very, very well. More importantly, the company has been doing very, very well. So it did cause a little bit of a sell-off. It shouldn't have, in my opinion. It was not a justified downgrade to actually cause a 7% fall on the stock. But you know what? When we're in our accumulation stage, we'll take this. If we know what Palantir are doing behind the scenes and we can ignore analysts that don't really make sense, we can just use that as a buying opportunity. So do let me know if you purchased more Palantir stock on Friday when that little sell-off happened.